Hello everyone, it's me Evan, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at the Meganeura. My fleet's sort of very light, very flimsy Corvette. Yeah, basically the Grub, which is my gunboat basically, is more durable and survivable than this thing. But this thing is just much better as just sort of like a utility craft. It can go a long way without having to refuel. It'd be better for doing like patrols and stuff. And it's fairly fast as well. So let's get into it. You can see, obviously we've got big hydrogen, 2 up, 2 forward, 1 for each of the other directions, and then reverse thrust is handled by these twin ion engines in the front here. Also in the front you can see our primary damage dealers here, or at least fixed damage dealers. We got these 2 railguns, 1, 2, rather protected, and then moving on to our turrets, we've got 2 artillery, 2 assault cannons, where's the other one? There it is. And then 2 Gatling guns, 1 for each sort of arc of the ship, you know, so nice coverage. I might move things around in the future depending on how it goes, but I think this is actually a pretty good spot for a Gatling. Since it has really good depression angles, it can basically aim down over the side of the ship from here, which is nice. And I guess starting here, we got our bridge. This is sort of an exposed bridge, but that's fine. You can see we got our own survival kit up here. There was, I believe, a script that I don't know how to make work now. It was there. I think that was an integrity script. So if you know how to do that, you could probably add that yourself. But we've got target info, artificial horizon. I think, yeah, probably ought to. There we go, fixed. Yeah, so you can see rather slim hallway to get to the rest of the ship here. But and the toilet is back here next to the bridge. So if we fall down here, we can see we've got these 2 hallways that lead to our port and starboard airlocks there and there. And then forward of that we have the habitation room. The interior on the ship is, as you'll see in a bit, mostly ratways. We've got armories full of goodies, your cryo bays, and of course another survival kit, as well as some just random boxes with artillery. Or no, wait, no, sorry, with, there we go. That's what I was expecting to see. So now I'll take you to the ratways, which are the majority of this ship's internal space. So, and by ratways, I really do mean ratways, like you're standing on top of components. So part of why the ship kind of explodes a bit is because that obviously there's not a lot of core protection like a lot of my designs. The main, well, you could see it through there a little bit. The jump drive as well as this hydrogen tank, they are protected by welders and of course the rest of the mass of the ship, but this tank, for instance, is not protected. Part of the reason there's so many ratways is because I wanted this to be a much more like just repairable ship in general. Like you wouldn't have a absolute hell of a time trying to fix this thing in survival because you could actually access all the components from here. It's got basically more fuel per weight than probably any other ship in my fleet, which does mean it goes up like a tinderbox, but it means that you're not going to need to restock a lot. You're not going to need to carry a bunch of ice around for the most part. And yeah, and it's got these 2 railguns here, so 1, we cross over, 2, they're slightly covered by this welder, but obviously it's a bit slow. Ooh, there we are. And that welder is primarily covering these large thrusters, which go down all the time. kind of annoying when you want to backpedal and your thrusters are gone. But again, a lot of this ship sacrifices durability in a way that my other ships don't. So it's just a little bit of a departure from my typical design philosophy. You can see we've just got more ratways. Like I said earlier, you can access virtually everything on this ship, one way or another. Like here, you can access the lower forward thruster as well. The only thing I don't have is turret, like interior turret repair access. So like those are typically, like, I think this goes straight out to a turret right here. And obviously I don't want to open up holes in the already fairly thin armor for that, so yeah. Lots of ways to get down into the bowels of this ship though. Very accessible. And there's lots of chairs everywhere, so just in case you need to do some like hard maneuvers or jumping, anyone who's down here fixing stuff can easily find a chair and just hop into it for the duration of the jump or whatever. You can kind of see outside there. If we hop onto this ladder and climb up, we got our alarm jukebox. I like to set those up. One of our welders here. The other one is down there pointing up. But yeah, and then we can go back into the main part of the ship. But yeah, so just a lot of ratways. Once you kind of know your way around them, they're not very hard to navigate, but of course, for a novice who just picked this ship up, they're a little confusing. It's pretty easy to get lost in there. It feels a lot bigger. This ship feels a whole lot bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. Overall, I think that it's kind of it's a pretty basic space frame, just in terms of the overall shaping and stuff, but I'm fairly happy with it, so yep. This thing will be the Meganeura MK3. Will be going on the workshop very soon. Well, as of the recording of this video, it is not out yet, but when you see it, it will be out. And the link for that is going to be in the description below, so make sure to check that out, give it some love, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time when we look over and review the most effective block for block ship in my fleet, the Moth Mark V. So see you guys later. Ta-ta.